All right, ladies and gents, we're back for another episode, Masters of Controversies. I'm your host, MCV, alongside Hero.
What's up?
Neil S.
What's good?
And Ashir.
What up, what up?
Guys, we had the craziest weekend once again with M4U. But before we get into all that, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's been following us with the first episode, second and third and all that. We appreciate all the love, the support, the messages we're getting. You know, we're getting
a lot of feedback.
A lot of feedback, man. I mean, everybody telling us exactly how to maneuver our show. But listen, we decide how we pivot it. You know what I mean? It's the reason why you guys are engaged. Once again, keep staying tuned to the show and keep it locked in. We're gonna keep increasing the spice level in this because we're Indian. We got to do a brown way style. You know what I mean? So to start it off, guys, I want to ask Neil because I know you had an interesting weekend. This time, I hope you didn't lose your voice.
Nope, no voice.
Nah.
No
loss.
Voice.
I heard a little rasp just now.
A little
A
raspy.
little rasp.
Uh-oh.
But it's better than last week, right?
Oh yeah, man. I can hear you now.
I did my Indian remedies and we back in business. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
That
Back in
turmeric.
business.
Yeah.
Nah, but it was wild. It was fucking wild.
Yeah. How wild was it, bro? Tell us something.
You know what it is? I think that we're obviously doing smaller count weddings, but I think people are just sick and tired. They were just sick and tired of being home, and now they're out.
Yeah.
And they're just going even more haywire, at events. They're just having a better time.
Letting loose.
For all the time that they've been off or haven't been to an event, rather.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. It was fun. From the barat to the wedding to the reception.
I hope your groomsmen were hyped, bro. I hope they were hyped.
The groomsmen were definitely hyped. They were definitely hyped. Drinking that 1942.
Oh,
Ooh, all right. They know how to get down, man.
Yeah,
Tequila,
apparently
tequila,
they had
man.
30 some bottles of 1942.
God damn.
Heard that shit's expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah, it's one of the
Things like $1.20, $1.30 a bottle.
Yeah, I don't drink, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah, me neither.
All right.
Yeah, the only thing I know is Poland Spring. But anyways, yeah, it was fucking crazy. The reception, there were people that were getting dragged out.
What?
'Cause they couldn't walk.
Oh my God.
I don't think I've seen as many Ubers outside for people to be picked up because they couldn't drive their own car. So I'm almost positive Hanover Marriott had more overnight cars than they did during the actual event.
Damn. Wow. Well, listen, that's a good thing because everybody drove home safe. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible when you at these events getting fucked up and lighten it up, guys. Please do not get behind the wheel and go home.
I think that's it just happens when I'm on the mic though. I think,
Oh.
You
I
just
think
get people,
I think I might be the alcohol.
Oh, so
you
you
Just get people
antagonizing
fucked up?
everybody.
I may be
to
the
get a little lit.
intoxication, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You whispering in their ears.
Oh yeah, come on.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly it. Oh yeah, come on.
Intoxication.
MC Intoxicator?
Intoxication.
Oh damn, intoxication. Okay, Neil, before you start feeling yourself a little bit more.
I know I am.
Oh I know you are, bro. I know you are. Who is the bride and groom for the weekend?
Big shout out, congratulations to Arch and Rinky.
Woo!
Congrats, guys.
Congrats.
I think they're already in Costa Rica for their honeymoon.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So they're chilling.
Yo, Costa Rica.
And we're fucking in Jersey right now.
Yeah, man.
Yo, did you get
I'm going to Orlando this weekend.
You're going to Orlando this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yo, you going back and forth, man, on the East Coast from cold to hot, hot to cold, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you must be loving it right now.
But I'm staying hot, you know what I'm saying?
Stay hot, bro. Stay hot. H-O-T. Hot. That's going to be your next one now, right? All right, perfect. But it's crazy, man, because a lot of these dudes, man, that's the thing, bro. We got, they get fucked up at events. You know what I'm saying? The groommen and all them party people, the bridal party. Don't get it twisted. It goes both ways. There's two sides to the coin. You know what I'm saying? The girls and the fellas, they all getting litty. They're having a good time. Yeah, and that's dope. But, keep in mind, always be responsible. That's what I always feel like. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to ever end the party because of some drunk dude that got on the dance floor and fucked everything up. And especially, they be coming by the DJ booth requesting God knows what.
Yo, so I have a story.
Yeah.
Right? at an event I did. It was at the Hyatt Princeton, and I think it was a Punjabi and Gujarati wedding.
I love how he said Punjabi. I do.
Right. So, like we had the dance floor bumping, right? And everything was going, but you know when people they get a little too fucked up, and then they're like, "Oh, play this song. Oh, play this song again. Do it again." Like, I need you to play this song 45
Come running
more times.
back.
Yeah,
Running
they'll
back.
come sprinting back. You only played it for 30 seconds. Meanwhile, we played it for fucking we played the whole fucking song for them. But anyway, so this dude, he kept coming up to me asking like, "Can you play this song?" So, I think Rishi was a DJ with me at that time. And Rishi was just like, dude, I just played it. And like a lot of other people were throwing requests at us, you know what I mean? So, no doubt we're trying to accommodate as many requests as we can get, but sometimes I also want to tell the people out there, like the guests that are watching and stuff, is that we'll try to accommodate your requests, no doubt. But sometimes we also have to focus on the flow of the party, right?
And
we got
and the crowd on the dance floor.
We got 400 or 500 other people vibing out right now.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt, we want to get to your request. But anyway, back to the story. So this guy got physical with me. That's why I wanted to share this. So,
Oh, man.
Ooh.
That's
so he
Who was pitching? All right.
So
You were the catcher?
and this was the first time I ever dealt with some shit like this. Fucking V. Fuck you. But so yeah, he grabbed me by the shirt and then he grabbed my second chin.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo,
Your
what's good?
second chin? Wait.
Yeah,
Did he
I
bypass
got
the
a
first
little-
one?
I got a little chubby,
Wait.
guys. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
But he grabbed me, so I didn't know what to do, right? So I pushed him away a little bit. I was like, "Don't touch me," right? I was like, and then obviously I'm not out in the street freaking trying to throw hands back. I'm professional. I gotta handle it accordingly. So I was like, listen, don't touch me. And then all the M for you guys are like, yo, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, yeah. So then at that point I was like, yo, I gotta tell like a family member or something. So I went up to the group. I was chill with the bride and groom, and I was like, listen, one of y'all uncles, he's like, he's a little pissed off right now, and he's trying to grab me and stuff, and like, oh, that guy always does this type of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn.
Oh, God.
So then,
I think you found out last, bro.
yeah, dude. So then at that point, but he came up and he apologized to me. He's like, yo,
Of
listen,
course.
I'm very sorry about that, blah blah blah.
Of
That's
course.
big.
I was
That's
like, you know what? That's like, cause he was definitely intoxicated. So at least he apologized and stuff like that. But guys, I'm too cute for that. Don't get physical with me. I'll play your request. I'll tell the DJ, just be nice.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Be
Loosen the
nice.
leash on his neck, all right?
Yeah, bro.
You don't got to tighten him up and bring him to bed. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what I mean?
Somebody else already softens him up. Okay.
Fuck you, V.
All right. I mean, for sure, bro. I mean, like, on the real, like, coming up from my past 10 years when I was a DJ, man. Like, I learned that. I learned that doing hardcore Punjabi parties, bro. They don't play. And all my
Yeah.
Punjabi DJs out there, you already know the deal. Like, we'll be starting off the dance floor. An hour later, you know what I mean? Like, all the groomsmen and all the friends and everybody and their uncles will start coming, requesting songs. They don't get it. Man, sometimes they'll be requesting a song that's already playing on the loudspeaker and they don't even hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Hell
it's like, all right, bro, like, I've seen guys slam their DJs, take laptops closed. Oh, shit. With that much curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you, bro. And you know what I mean? Like, we don't do it because we want to end the party. We got to do it because we got a little bit of respect. And that's what we got to,
Absolutely.
hands down. If you're not going to control your guests, we can't have our equipment liable. Because there are times where they'll throw, like, drinks on the fucking system. And they're like, yo, you're not going to play my request? Boom.
Yeah.
And they'll just throw, like, shit all over our stuff. So who's going to end up paying for that? The client. You. You know what I mean? And I don't know what your relation is with your guests, but, that's a situation no one wants to end up in.
Yo, someone threw shit at your mixer, bro?
Oh, dude. I had one time some dude, he even had the audacity to flash his badge at me. He's like, I'm a cop. I'm a cop. I'm like, so tell me my crime, bro. Tell me my crime or keep it moving because it's not happening. Like, damn, bro. Like, that's just hilarious.
He read you the Miranda rights for not playing his track?
Oh, he
or the
was-
one he wanted to listen to?
he was going to go to old school police style and give me the beat down. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
He tried to
God.
shake him down, bro.
He ain't going to read me no rights. He going to beat my ass.
Let me
Oh
guess,
my
he's
God.
from New York too, right?
He was from New York, too.
It sounds like it, dude. It definitely sounds
Yo,
like it.
we don't play. We have a little, we have a different skin out there. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, like drinking is all good, You know what I mean? But like keeping in limits, I feel like, that's something a lot of people have, this misconception. And I blame Western culture for that. I'm not going to lie. They made it acceptable in movies and TV shows that whenever you're at a celebration, you got to get lit. Shit, I even see like, Indian drama shows. Yeah. Like they're encouraging drinking and the aunties and the sauce and the bovie getting drunk. I'm like, when the hell did this start happening, Mom? I'm like, what are you watching right now? And it's like, where did they pick that up from? Because that wasn't happening in the 90s. Like, when we were getting those ethics in and the morale, you know what I mean? Like, but it just started popping up now and it's socially okay now. It's like socially okay to get drunk as a motherfucker,
But wait till it gets canceled.
I don't think that's ever gonna get canceled.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't think so either. Yeah. I don't. It's too widely acceptable, alcohol.
So was a lot of other shit though.
But I think we went through that during the prohibition where we canceled it and we brought it back.
Not like.
Wait, who's prohibition and
the U.S. prohibition with alcohol
different.
When they canceled it?
Tell me about it. I would love to know.
So back in the days, I forget exactly what year, alcohol was prohibited, and then they started smuggling it in through Canada, through other areas. They're moonshiners. That's why moonshiners exist.
Okay.
And then it was reinstated, and that's when the government took over and said, hey, we want to kind of handle how alcohol is going to be regulated in the U.S.
Federally.
That's where the speakeasy bars were.
Thank you, Professor Hill.
Sorry.
Thank you for that, man.
Thank you.
And over drinking and people like, there's always that controversy of trying to be, the nice guy, the right guy. Oh, listen, bro, you shouldn't drink or you shouldn't smoke. And, you shouldn't do drugs and this, that, and the fourth. I'll be real with you. We're living in a society where like almost everyone does it. Like not everyone's per se, but one person that does. Yeah. But then you also know another person that does it to the extreme. And I feel like people need to step in for that. And then, unfortunately, that's how DMX died. He died. Rest in peace, DMX.
Here's what I think.
Drug overdose.
Do whatever the fuck you want. Honestly, if you want to fucking smoke weed, you smoke weed. You want to drink, you drink. You want to smoke hookah, which I do like a motherfucker. Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
Or whatever the fuck else you want to do. Straight. End of the day, just question yourself, is it affecting your day-to-day life?
Right.
If it's not, you Gucci. If it is, you're a fucking moron. Right. It's as simple as that.
But they continue.
But yeah, I mean, you're continuing because you're a moron.
True.
So then it's not really that it's not the substance you're taking. It's yourself.
They could be a moron, but you have to understand drugs are an influence that's stronger than will at times.
After a while. Not from the get-go.
Well, yeah, absolutely not from the get-go. Because
I mean, some are stronger than others. So yeah, some can be instant versus others. But
right.
But I think at the end of the day, like it's a personal choice, and if you feel that as long as it's not life-threatening, you obviously we wish the best for everyone, but it shouldn't get to the point where it's life-threatening or affecting your life where you can't focus or you can't progress in life.
But you know what? I agree with that in somewhat, but then not in total, because we do have people that have abused that. You know what I mean? Like, especially alcoholism. It's huge in the world, in the industry.
But what in life isn't abused? Everything is fucking
well, let me put it this way. What isn't abused, but not at all same levels. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, alcohol. You have alcohol stores, like on every corner set up, like in everywhere you could possibly go. That you're just encouraging that. I've seen towns where we do parties and events in like Tennessee, the South, Georgia. You'll have a church and then you have a liquor store 3 stores down. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. But it's just how like the corporate America and whoever the hell else is involved in that whole scheme of things of getting people drunk and getting them to go and get the aid of alcohol versus your own friends and family. Because I get it. Sometimes some problems are bigger than, we can handle. But that doesn't mean that you let your friend drown in liquor. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got to help them get out.
That's adding on to the problem.
That's adding on to the problem. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in our youth, like in their 20s, guys, listen, there is no pressure for you to kill a bottle, 2 bottles, take 10 shots. There's no pressure. If you want to step away from all that, you won't look not cool anymore. You know what I'm saying? The people who will respect that, you'll know who a real one is. You'll know who a friend is, and and I've had people walk away from me because I stopped doing certain things. You know what I mean? And I respect that. You don't want to hang with me, cool. Because I stopped that. I stopped this. Yo, that doesn't mean anything to me because tomorrow I'm on to another day. You're still in yesterday. You didn't move on, dog.
Yeah.
I did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, that's just something that everyone needs to like really work on it on their own and
Absolutely.
and face it as an issue. Now, like I feel like going forward segueing into the next topic, I want to talk about like the society and expectations. And what I want to like go into is a little bit of a controversy.
Uh-oh.
So
Well, we the masters of that.
Yeah, we are definitely the masters of that.
we got to earn our master's degree in this.
Okay.
All right. And I want to talk about it because I have friends and family and people that I know dearly that are affected by this. And it's the farmers' protest.
Okay.
I'm looking at y'all. No, I'm just kidding. So it's the farmers' protest. So, I mean, for those that are at home and don't know what's going on, there's a worldwide protest going on with the Indian government. And when I say Indian government, it's automatically everyone's ears goes up because they feel like I'm talking bad about them. I'm not talking bad about anyone. I don't even want to point names and talk about, Modi or the Kisans. I don't want to get into all that. What I do want to get into is that, if the facts of it and what came out of it and what's going on and how it's being handled. You know what I mean? You as a citizen have a right to stand up to go against what you feel is wrong. You know what I mean? That's just let's just keep it at a basic level. You know what I mean? If you're not getting water in your village or in your township, just like in Flint, Michigan, you have a right to address that and create awareness to the people, to the public representatives and the politicians in office that, hey, we don't have water and it's dirty, it's not clean. That's an example. You know what I mean? And there's many like it across the world. With the farmers' protests, what we have here is that there were three bills that went into effect that were created. And the bills were basically more biased in the sense where it's not in favor of the farmers, even though the bill is written a certain way. So, for example, they said, like, you can enter a free market, right? You're in a free market. You can do your business as you wish. Right. Now, if the free market gets filled up with buyers who are from corporate, big businesses, right? And they're like, okay, the minimum support price that was given by the government to protect farmers, so whatever they're selling, it can't be at a lower price than that, right? They're protected, so to speak. And even now, like the MSP is shit, but there's suicides in Punjab and Haryana and all over North India, wherever the farms are. Because they can't even get by the MSP. If you take that away and you let corporate come in and they're like, you know what, the MSP was at like 100, we're going to tell all our buddies to start buying at 50. We control the market. We're the buyers. So now you're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And now big corporate is just going to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like they won't let anyone in to go in to buy the market.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's one of the struggles. So my thing is like, we were as a society where we look out for each other in this democracy, and that's what India is about. And I love India because it supports everybody, all religions and all ethnic backgrounds. But when it comes to this single thing that the world is seeing, you know what I mean? How do you feel like the government is handling it, Hero?
I mean, from what I know, which is not much, to be quite honest with you, I know that there was bank accounts set up for each farmers where, let's say, whatever the price may be, before they were working through middlemen, right? Yeah. Now the farmer can directly sell to X, whether it be a big corporation or the guy down the street is irrelevant. But now I feel like that farmer has more control over what they're going to be selling it for, rather than having to rely on a merchant or a middleman who's determining that rate, right? So now you're saying the government is setting a rate. Let's say this is a grape, right? And the grape MSP is 10 rupees, right? 10 rupees. And then now in the new scenario, what is the MSP of this grape? Let's say if it was 10 before all these bills were passed, what is it now?
Whatever the market decides to purchase it at.
Okay, so let's say they said it was 8.
Yeah.
So now this 8 is going directly in the farmer's bank account. Whereas previously, this 10 would go to a merchant who's maybe taking 20, 30, 40%. We don't know that number. and then the money's being
So
trickled
I
down
guess
to
you're
the
saying-
farmer.
So I guess you're saying there's more guaranteed money.
This is what I understood from the research that I've done about this topic.
I do not agree with any of that.
So then, explain to me what it is, and explain to our viewers exactly what it is, because maybe we all have a misunderstanding of
That's
what's actually happening, because that's what is being pushed out there.
I'm not the best one to explain this topic. I'll be real with you, but based off of the information that I know and I've collected over the past few months, basically in this situation, like I said, the main market is controlled by corporation.
Okay.
So if the corporation came in and they're taking it at 5, regardless of middleman or not, they're getting 5.
Who's they when you say
The
they?
farmers.
The farmer, okay.
Are getting 5.
Okay.
Then at the same time, you're setting up a ploy where the farmers, because the demand will go up, right? The demand will drastically go up. So now you're asking the farmers to work 3 times as hard for a lower price. And what they do is they're going to take all that supply, the corporations, and they're going to build these storages for the supply. So in case there's any drought, in case there's any sort of like weather conditions or climate conditions that stop the farmers from growing what they need to grow and giving to the market, now who is everyone going to go to?
The big guys.
The big guys, because they have the storage. So they basically took all of the food, the wheat, the grains, everything that you buy in vegetables, and they have possession and control over it. That's the end game. And it eventually takes the farmers out. So you took the middleman out. Now you're going to take the farmers out.
From my understanding, the farmers were getting money directly from the corporations that are going to be
A lot of people,
managing. That's what I understood. I could be wrong.
I mean, look, a lot of people can tell you that, some farmers are making money, but they won't tell you the full statistics of how much of that percentage of farmers are making money.
So my question is the bill that Modi put in play?
Yeah.
Is that forwarding India, or is that taking India back a step? Right.
It's progressing in the sense where they're now able to take more control and have their hand in the agriculture department of India, so to speak, of taking it less away from the farmers who had that as right. That's their lands.
Right.
But when you corner them in and you force them to sell their land by not paying them sufficiently enough, because now they have no other option. They got to feed their family.
Okay. I see.
You know what I mean? So it's like basically extortion.
Right. So I mean, I get So again, I get it, and
The thing is, I don't understand, like, out of now, I think maybe we have crossed over 135 days in the protest.
right.
Even though, like, news medias in India won't really, go into it because they have a blackout going. They don't want anyone to see what's going on. How do you have deaths in a protest?
They're hiding their shit pretty much.
Yeah, I agree with you on that part. There's probably a lot of fishy stuff going on with the media and the manipulation of the people. I think there's a lot of that going on. But I think when you stick to the facts, some of these things need to happen to bring our country forward, right? How do we develop a middle class? How do we make sure that we have enough infrastructure? Mind you, we're talking about a country who gained its freedom 50, 60, 70 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And we're comparing them to countries like the U.S. who have had freedom for centuries now, right? A couple to be precise.
Yeah.
And then, so you have to look at, all right, the progress made here, and then we're going to try to, how do we bring our country ahead? Is this, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, and I'm not supporting that yet, because I don't fully understand it, but is this what's needed to bring the country forward?
Yo, why did it look like Neil was just about to give the biggest answer and solve all of Hero's?
I just saw that.
Give it. I'm here, man. Give it out.
Listen, this farmers protest or whatever protest you guys talk about, it comes down to what you guys said. It's control, power. Didn't we talk about power last episode or some shit?
I'm sure we probably did somewhere.
Bro, end of the day, these are all power plays. So yeah.
By the uppers.
Of course.
By the upper ups.
Yes, right. But I feel like, do we it's all subjective, dude. Do we really know if it makes sense or not? Yeah, of course, in a farmer's perspective it doesn't make sense. But maybe in a government perspective it does make sense, right? So in a government perspective, Neil, they only care about one thing, and that's the
Shmoney.
But why? But that's exactly what I said.
So it makes sense?
It makes sense.
So it makes
It makes sense for them because
So
they're
Vic,
businessmen before they are politicians.
Vic, what did I
Hello.
say? I said in a farmer's perspective, it makes sense for the farmer. In the government's perspective, it makes sense for the government.
Okay, so if the
So, like you just said,
yeah,
it makes sense depending on which perspective you agree with more. If you agree with the farmer, obviously you're going to be like, fuck the government. If you believe in the government's perspective, you're going to be like, fuck the farmer's perspective.
but see, that's the thing. Why does it have to be just that, black and white?
But what
It
else
should-
But what else is it supposed to be?
Well, how about Modi comes out and addresses the farmers? Say, hey, man, I'm sorry you guys
Modi
been
is
out
part-
here
Modi-
for
alright,
140
alright.
days and we didn't talk to you. We didn't interact with
Jeopardy
you.
question. Modi is part of what?
I think he's part of the BJP,
And which is part of what of India?
Government.
the Hindu Rashtriya Party.
The Indian fucking government,
The
man.
government.
So
I live in America, dog. Like,
So
Yeah,
what do you
but-
mean?
But
dude?
let me ask, if Modi came out and waved his hands to everyone and said, hey, we're working on this, it's not going to solve the problem. It's not going to change the bill.
but it's just the fact that
that's
he
the
hasn't done that. And when you're standing in one of the biggest democracies in the world, and you're not listening to the people, that's the bottom line. You're not listening to your people. You're ignoring them. At least say something like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. You know
But
what I mean?
isn't
Fuck
that-
y'all, that's what it is?
Isn't that like going back to what we were talking about before? About listening to people's requests when they're giving songs?
You're comparing
No,
people dying to
no. No, listen. I'm just saying the idea.
people
of it.
dying
No. I'm just saying the idea. of it.
versus them not dancing.
No.
to
Think about it.
Hey, Jamal,
It's the same. It's the same. Yes, of course. The how severe the issue is, obviously, apples or oranges, but the concept is the same.
apples to eggplants.
The concept is the same though, right? You have someone at your event coming to you, asking you for a song. Like for example, this past weekend, we were playing hip hop. I think we were like there was a Drake song on or whatever, like at the time, and Rex was going into his hip hop set, and this Kaka comes and he's like, "Mane chuma chuba." Chuma chuma jo hai, huh? Chuma chuma.
Damn.
And I was like,
You sure he wasn't asking for the song?
No, he was asking for the song. So he comes and I was just like, listen, like, dude, I can't give you chuma chuma after Up All Night.
I
by
knew it.
Drake.
I knew
Like,
it.
you know,
Son.
like,
I knew it. You couldn't give it to him.
It's not gonna happen. But the thing is that like so it's the same thing. Like, dude, it's not that you're doing. It's not you're wrong. It's not that you're a bad person or you're wrong for not fulfilling his request. It just doesn't make sense for the whole.
We're not
You know?
talking about.
Or at that
We're
time.
not
Yeah, or
talking
at
about one person making a request. We're talking about hundreds and thousands
the
of people.
principle's the same.
Now, if
you scale,
if I was at that event, if I was at that wedding, and the whole crowd was saying, Jay-Z, you gonna tell them no?
Yeah, but he's just talking about one person saying this.
It's easy to refuse one person, but it's hard to stop a whole crowd.
what's a whole crowd? You do know how many people are in India, right?
I know not all of India is involved in this, but there is
Exactly.
a big crowd.
Exactly, but what I'm saying
That's
is,
why it's the world's largest protest.
yeah, but the thing is that
The
look,
world's.
Yeah, but if it's a world's largest protest and if nothing is being done about it, then there's an issue that they need to solve, or they're not doing a good enough job to get the problem solved.
The government is not.
Either way,
No, the government is not doing a good enough job of getting the problem solved.
Dude,
the
there's-
people
And
have,
how are you
the
determining
people
that?
have
There's
came to the
so many-
streets.
There's so many protests that happen in the United States, and people's voices have been heard during COVID, BLM, whatever it may be. All like people did something about it,
Yes, the government responded.
right?
The government here in India did not.
So then there's a problem with the Indian government.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted this man to say.
But
That there was a problem with the Indian government.
But I have a U.S. passport and I can't vote in India, so all I care about is what I can do here.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Facts.
Cash me outside.
How about that?
How about that?
All right. So, I mean, listen, I will not agree with any of y'all. So that's all I'm going to say. I will stand where I stand.
That's fine. You're from New York. It makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, I will go against injustice and go where justice is needed. And that's the bottom line. I support it.
League.
I will start the Justice League now. Thank you. With all my followers, come join me. Support me. All right, guys. So I guess now we'll just talk about another topic.
No way.
Thank you for the controversy on that one. Neil, tell me, bro.
Talk to me.
How many girlfriends have you had?
None.
Why?
Never felt like having one.
You never felt like having one. So how many boyfriends have you had?
None.
And did you never felt like having one either?
Same.
Ah, this guy is what do you call someone who's like not in both sexes, like they're not interested in any of it?
Universal.
Universal sex.
I think that is all of them
Okay.
instead of any of them.
All right. Thanks, Neil. I really appreciate your feedback.
You're
I mean, what
welcome.
are you
You're
waiting
welcome.
for? What are you waiting for? Tell us.
I'm not waiting for anything.
Who are you waiting for?
Who? I don't know.
Hmm.
If she finds me, it's her.
Oh,
it's
so
her
she
game.
has to come find you.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Okay. And are you guys gonna like find each other on the streets of New York?
New York? I don't know. Maybe Jersey.
You know? Well, I mean, I don't know about Jersey because in New York you can smoke marijuana.
You can in Jersey too, by the way. Jersey was before New York.
Wait, what are you talking about, bro? Tell me more about it.
Maybe if you watch the news, you'll know.
No,
more
I
about
want
it.
you to tell me about it.
I mean, all I know is that Jersey's been legalized longer than New York.
So Jersey has more potheads.
Mm.
Actually, Jersey has the most potheads.
Probably.
Why were you looking at Hero for verification? Like Hero has the pothead network.
No, I mean, he might be more knowledge than myself.
Oh, so he's calling you a pothead?
No, I'm just saying that that I think Jersey has the highest number of weed smokers.
Yeah.
I don't want to say potheads because it's
It's
like
kind of derogatory.
It
bro.
is. It's very derogatory.
It is very much.
Weed enthusiast.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Weed
Yeah,
enthusiast.
that's cute.
So that's cool, man. I mean, you guys have anything to say about that, Ashir? Like,
I think it's phenomenal.
tell me how phenomenal it
I mean,
is.
I don't really smoke weed, right?
You
I-
never smoked it?
No, I have before. I smoked a lot before back in the day, but
Mm.
it's just a thing that I kind of grew out of. Not saying that it's wrong or anything. Don't cancel me. But I'm saying that it's just something that I personally stopped enjoying because it made me feel like back like when I was in when I was 19, 20 around that time, like I actually have fun smoking it and things like that. But after when I hit like 24, 25, I just didn't enjoy the feeling of it.
Mm.
So that's why I stopped. I mean, here and there, I may do it here and there. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
other than that, it's not something.
Groomsmen, watch out for him. You see him at your party.
I
smoke
think
his ass up.
But,
I think weed is completely different now, right? It's not
Yeah.
like what it was before, like growing up.
Yep.
Like it was more so of like, hey, like it was more of a cool factor, right? Like kind
Okay.
of like drinking, in my opinion.
There you
Whereas
go.
like it's like
Drinking was more acceptable.
No, it's more of it was more of a cool. Now there's much more education to marijuana, right? There's much more, not only education, but there's many more options, right?
Benefits.
You don't even need to just smoke it. You can eat it now.
You could eat it.
You can eat it. You can.
You could rub it on you in
Rub
the
it on
oil.
you.
Yeah, they have
You can
those
get-
hemp-
you
those
can
get
hemp
drops.
lotions.
and then they have creams that cure your joints.
So
or-
you do understand that marijuana has more medicinal purposes than alcohol. Yet alcohol is more socially accepted than marijuana. There's something
Well,
wrong
I
here.
feel like alcohol
There's something
is more
wrong here,
socially
guys.
accepted.
marijuana is not federally legal yet.
It's because it's not federally legal, but alcohol is. Doesn't that sound off
Oh
to you
yeah,
in a
that's
certain way?
definitely wrong because if you think about it logically, right? A lot of narcotics are made in a factory. Just think about where alcohol is made. There's a process, fermentation, all of that. Versus weed is another plant, like a vegetable or a part of a plant rather.
It just grows.
You could
that
pick
way.
it off the plant, and if you just happen to roll it and smoke it, you can get high.
See, here's the thing. It's like a lot of people, yeah, you get high. Okay, you get drunk. But those are two different factors because you'll have obviously more DUI-related deaths in America, which is contributing factor from alcohol. Okay? Speed kills, okay?
Mhm.
Because people get behind the wheel. They become like some sort of Hulk, and they think that, they're the best NASCAR driver in a 30 mile per hour speed limit and they're going 90 for some fucking reason, and then they kill people. I've never seen a case or even heard of as many as 1,000 or 100 cases where somebody died from marijuana driver. It just doesn't happen.
Do you smoke?
I smoke, and you know, like it gives you a calm, soothing feeling. It relaxes you. It helps clear your mind. Alcohol does the complete opposite.
Yep.
It fuels you. It enrages you. It's the reason why people use it and they commit crimes. You don't see people smoking weed. They're the laziest people in the world when they smoke weed. They just sit and they want to relax, laugh, and have a good time.
Major difference when let's say you're going through an issue and then you start drinking. You actually dive deeper into the issue. You can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Whereas let's say you had an issue and you got high, you were more likely to forget about your issue and just have fun, watch TV, eat a lot, and pass out.
But also think. You're thinking. You're thinking a lot more. You're thinking clearer. You're thinking of other perspectives.
Yeah,
you're being more optimistic.
I don't agree with you because I know some people that who've gotten high, and they've gotten high with like bad thoughts or something.
Okay.
And I think it
maybe they're just a bad person.
And it enhanced their that thought in terms of like thinking about it even more.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And it's like
that happens,
and it's something where like I think it
he just needs to change his strain.
Person to person.
He needs to smoke a different type of weed.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've smoked weed before too, but I just don't like it because I just don't like the burnt feel. Like I don't like how it made me feel. Like it just made me feel burnt out, like just out of it, and I just didn't like that.
Needs a sativa,
just like a hangover.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I smoked like a long ass time ago, so I probably don't have like like the whole higher end.
There are a lot of people that smoked weed once or twice and they didn't have a good feeling. I mean, like it happens. It's some people have a great feeling in on the flip of a coin. They had the greatest experience, and then a lot of people.
But I do agree.
They leave alcohol for weed. You would never see it where they left weed for alcohol. Like you would never hear that comparison. I'll put a poll and a vote to it. You guys could put that online and let me know. Have you ever heard of anyone going to alcohol from weed? I've never heard of that. I've seen a lot of people quit alcohol and they go start smoking weed. It's more healthier. It's more cleaner. You don't get any liver problems, kidney failures. You don't get any ulcers. Come on, it's medicinal purposes, bro.
I actually want to. Speaking of that, I'm actually working on possibly infusing it with some like Indian food.
That would be dope.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That would be dope.
So here's a little twist. I want to ask you guys, right? V, I'm taking your spotlight. My bad.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys think weed is a gateway drug? Because I've heard in the past, like, I've had conversations with people in the past where they feel like weed it was a gateway drug and then they just started experimenting on other types of drugs, like whatever crazy shit's out there right now. So when you ask, when I ask people, like whoever did, sometimes, like, when everyone's in college and stuff, they do, like, Molly or some shit like that, right? So I was like, all right, what made you want to do something like that, right? They're like, yo, I had weed, and then, a lot of them were like, they're like, yo, I had weed, and then I tried this, and then from that I tried that, right? So do you think it's a gateway drug, or is that just on the individual?
I don't know. I think if you had to ask me, I know in school we were kind of taught that. In school, the DARE education program,
it's a gateway
that
drug.
weed is a gateway drug.
Right.
When I look back in retrospect,
that's what they say.
I would say alcohol is more of a gateway drug versus weed. Weed is hard to get.
Sure.
Now you have stores, medicinal shops.
Sure.
It was hard to get back in my day.
Yeah, I mean,
15 years ago,
Yeah.
And he's still young, guys. Look at him. He's still sparkling young.
But yeah, no, I
but
feel
if you think about that, then alcohol, and this goes back to my point I was making earlier, like V said, it enrages you. It makes you go outside of your comfort zone and do things you probably wouldn't normally do.
Yeah. People black out off of it.
Yeah.
Off of what? Off of
alcohol.
Off of alcohol.
You can't black out off of weed.
Yeah, I was going to say black out of weed.
You just become sleepy, bro. That's
Yeah.
it.
Or
You
you're
just knock
hungry, and then
Or you're hungry.
and then you'll pass
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and you wake up happy. Alcohol messes up your
The
next
whole thing
day.
is like you're not going to be violent.
Facts, true.
You're
But
not going to be violent. And the thing is, to answer your question about it being a gateway drug, and I agree with Hero. Alcohol is a gateway drug. You know, and a lot of the times when we talk about gateway drugs, we have to also keep in mind that these are people who may be in their youth and trying shit. You know what I mean? If they tried weed, they'll be like, yeah, we'll try liquor. All right, we'll try a little coke. You know, we'll try a little Molly, whatever. You know what I mean? They're just in that phase, in that chapter. They did it. They're going through it. Now, that's why I was talking about earlier before, where like now they're abusing it. There's a difference between people who have tried it, do it, and then abusing it. The abusers are the ones that are the problem because they don't know what to quit. Their minds are idle. And then there's always a saying, well, an idle mind is where the devil plays. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you have nothing to do. You're a soul. You're an energy, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make the most of it. And alcohol will always be associated with something they call a spirit. There's a reason why it's a spirit.
All spirits, yeah.
You know what I mean? On some real fucking fucked up shit, it is like there's a little bit devil taste in that, bro.
Because alcohol.
You dancing with the devil with alcohol.
Alcohol. You're more emotional on alcohol than you are when you're
more emotional. You're more.
Bud,
you can be more controlled by it as well.
Yeah.
Weed doesn't control you. Weed does not do any of that to you, fellas. Like it's clean. You might start dancing. Oh shit! Somebody forgot to put their phone on mute.
That's me.
So yeah, they're calling in right now, man. They want to talk to us right now about it. I think they're hearing us, the spirits. Yeah, I'm just kidding, bro.
What do you
My
think,
bad,
Fluff?
boys.
Fluff is so neutral, bro.
How you feeling,
Like
bro?
Neil is so neutral.
I don't know.
What you
Yeah,
feel about the
I'm
gateway,
kind
yeah?
of so. I think I could only again. I'm a bit ignorant on it because I personally don't know as much on marijuana, to be completely frank. But in terms of answering Ashir's question, I think the new generation is alcohol is not. Of course, alcohol is like everyone and their mothers has probably tried alcohol, right? But I don't think it's as popular for the newer gen as marijuana is.
Well,
I
right.
think I think for us growing up,
Because it was shamed. Marijuana was shamed growing up. Like older generations, I mean.
right, whatever it may be. But I'm saying now I think like prior, I think it was more so of where alcohol was kind of like the go-to thing because like it was more cooler. Marijuana was cool too, but like you said, it wasn't like as available.
It wasn't
right?
readily. Yeah.
But now it's like even though marijuana is not legal everywhere, it's still available. Like you could still find your ways to get flour, whatever it may be, edibles.
And now you can find it in states.
Yeah, you can find it in states and legally purchase it too.
Right.
Which obviously is a money making
Because the government found a way to tax it.
Yes.
But you know what? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
I honestly
So
speaking,
I'll tell you what's
I'm
wrong.
about it.
I'll tell you what's wrong with
What's
that.
wrong with
There are
it?
people sitting in jail
Yes.
for these things
Thank
that's
you.
now widely acceptable.
Thank you.
When did we decide to flip the switch, and what are we going to do about the guys or
That
the
got
people that are
arrested because of it?
incarcerated because of these same problems?
because they got caught for selling marijuana? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Whatever, or
even
using
smoking
it, even consuming it. There
even
are people
holding it.
So
in trouble for it.
So so I agree with that. But again, I think that these people that got caught, like I think it goes even in more depth, right? Like I don't think someone just got caught with like a small amount or something and they're like locked up for years.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, but if
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
the-
they can't afford a lawyer to
okay,
pay for it. You know what I mean? Like
if that's the case, then I absolutely agree.
yeah.
But then, I don't think that goes for every situation, though.
Correct,
So I
correct.
think it
Not every
depends
si-
from situation to
But we
situation.
have
Yeah,
to
but-
recognize the injustice as well
Yeah,
from it.
you're taking someone's life away for doing something
And then you're gonna say it's okay.
that
now.
you're canceling now, and you're saying now it's okay, it's available,
That's
it's
the
ready.
fucked up thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that-
Like
That's what I don't understand.
and you were talking about like whether he was a seller or a user or what. Man, in 2008, I got arrested in Queens. I was chilling in the park. I was like 18, 19. I just, my boy Rap rolled up a blunt. We were about to smoke it. We had the blunt in between us in the seats. And then a D-boy just rolled around the block. He saw us. He came in the park. It was like midnight. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" "Nothing. We're just chilling. This, that, and the fourth." He saw the weed, and then he got into his whole thing where he's like, "Okay, so the weed was like literally the size of my pointy finger, okay, and that's it. That's all it was. And then he was like, "All right, you know what? there's 2 girls with us, and it's me and my boy. And they're like, all right, I'm going to give you guys a decision. Either you 2 go to jail tonight or these 2 girls go to jail tonight. So I'm like, whoa. How are you just like pointing fingers on who can go to jail or not?
Yeah.
This
that's
isn't a
fucked up.
game show
Yeah.
where 2 girls can go or us 2 guys can go.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that means that you controlling the situation. You're creating the law. First of all, you do not even, say whose possession is that. Is it mine or his?
Yeah, that's fucked.
It can't be both of us or all 4 of us.
I agree with you on
What
that.
the fuck was that about? So, I was getting a little smart with him, calling him buddy. It was a sergeant. He was like, you know what? I'm not your fucking buddy. Stop calling me that. I wanted to piss him off because I already knew what he was going to do. You know what I mean? He wanted to be a dick of the situation instead of letting us go, and said, I got to go to the precinct and then go to bookings, and I'm in jail for like 33 hours. For what? Why am I in fucking jail for 33 hours? For what? And then you let it go. You let it go. The judge dismissed it. So why did I have to go to jail for 33 hours? But the guy next to me, he got a desk ticket, and he got out in 3 because I gave you attitude.
You call him buddy.
Now
That's why.
So now you want, So the thing is there's abuse of power on that end of the spectrum, and at the same time, the crime was nothing. So if I went to that, imagine those that got arrested for way less or just about the same, but they're facing months in jail.
Yeah.
Because the law was misinterpreted.
The law
But
was
I still
misinterpreted.
feel
and
like-
because of that, I'm sorry, I just want
No,
to
go
wrap
ahead,
it up
go ahead, finish,
before you continue. Because of that, when I was studying for the NYPD exam, I took the NYPD auxiliary course, okay? At the end, they were like, oh, you know what? We can't hire you because you have this charge on your record, and the NYPD has a 0 drug policy. Okay, but can you, first of all, you're saying it's a 0 drug policy. I understand that. But I wasn't found smoking it, nor was I tested of it being in my system. It's a possession charge. And it got
And it was dismissed.
So, you know what I'm saying? That kind of shit screwed up my whole thing with joining the force. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it screwed up the other people's lives of taking time away from being with their loved ones or having a life.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
So, there needs to be change.
But I still feel like people like, so you know how like now like there's dispensaries and like some stores are gonna start selling marijuana, right?
Yeah.
For the people who've been pushing like when marijuana was illegal, you used to go to your dealer and be like, yo, let me cop whatever, right? So those guys, they're not gonna stop pushing, right? But
They're not.
And I feel like they're still gonna make, because people are not gonna pay higher prices,
No, they're
right?
not.
Because for what?
Unless they want better quality and their dealer sucks.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's the only thing.
But they're gonna be, versus them paying $20 or $100, right? They're gonna probably have to pay like maybe $35 for something, or fucking 150 for something, right?
Yeah.
So they're still gonna go to those dealers, and I feel like those people who are pushing it, they're still gonna get arrested for pushing it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Because no one's
'cause that's
arguing
still
that.
illegal.
Yeah.
That's
No
still
one's
illegal.
arguing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's illegal. You're doing that business. It's just, that's the game.
Right.
We don't care about those that are pushing it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the people that are in prison for pushing it, like they're still gonna be getting fucked for it. You know what I'm saying?
they're definitely in the wrong.
But, like, the
I'm more
people-
worried about those
the people who
one-off
were
guys.
smoking it,
Yeah,
yeah.
the people that were smoking it that had a little bit more than they should have in the car that day, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like Vic pointed out, they're gonna lose certain opportunities, jobs that they can't have now
Sure.
over that small thing, which is now socially acceptable.
Yeah. And, just to wrap that whole thing up is just like, guys, we're in the middle of a transitioning point in between generations where more things are now being accepted, more things are being changed, so to speak. I guess the people are just, upset because it's not being changed fast enough. And those things that were changed, there was no real justice for those that went through the injustice of it to begin with. And so, like, I just hope, like, all these changes, like, doesn't get too out of hand because, too much of a good thing is not so great also. You know what I mean? There has to be a weight balance to it. You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
yeah, I guess that wraps up our Masters of Controversies. I think we covered a few topics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro.
You know what I mean? And, of course, I'm going to keep it quick and easy for my MC Truth or Pass
All right,
game.
that's what I was waiting for.
All right. I don't have that many good topics today. I'm going to do my best.
Shoot 'em, baby. What's
But
up?
if it was 2024 elections for presidency, I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans,
Dwayne Johnson.
is running.
Is he really?
The Rock.
What the? Fuck?
He's deciding to run. But would you pick The Rock for 2024 or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
The Rock.
Like if it's between those two,
Yeah.
The Rock.
Y'all really The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What presence in
I mean, I'll say
politically
neither,
or in business wise does Stone Cold Steve Austin have? What exposure have you seen of him outside of the wrestling ring?
The reason why I said Stone Cold is he's actually a very intellectual dude.
Okay.
Like I would see him on the Republican side running and The Rock running on the Democratic side. Like I would really
So
see
The
that.
So you're picking them because of political party, no other reason.
Oh no, I'm picking them based off of what I perceive of their own intellectual opinions. The Rock and Stone Cold are very two different people. Just because The Rock is out here doing movies and being famous and being the celebrity that he is, that Stone Cold doesn't come into that. He's in the shadows. He's doing his own thing, but he's a very intellectual guy in his own ways. He has a lot of information. But if it would be interesting if they two were
It'll
to
definitely
run.
be interesting.
Like,
But
could you
he-
imagine
no,
the ads?
The Rock endorsed. He endorsed freaking Biden and Harris. So he's gonna run against them now.
No.
Well, yeah, he would have.
Yeah,
No,
he would
he. First of all, 2024, The Rock cannot run on the Democratic ticket
Why?
because it's Biden's ticket.
But I mean, in 2024, when you have the elections in general, like when you have it, there are candidates from the Democratic Party that are fighting from
No,
the
no.
Democratic.
Primaries?
Oh, you're saying that? Oh, right. I got
No.
He
you.
gets reelected.
Oh,
no, he runs again.
Yeah,
Biden will run again
Yeah.
in 24.
without like going through the whole process of being the Democratic
Yeah,
ticket.
same like what happened with Trump, right?
Damn,
He
I
was-
don't think I ever followed that.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I got
If
interesting.
you
confused
don't
from-
know, now you know.
Damn, no, don't know, now you know, ninja. All right, let's go. All right, so last question, truth or
trying to see.
yo, if you got a truth or pass for any of us, let me know, bro. All right, you guys know about Apple's coming out with a car?
Are they?
Oh, so
Titan?
if y'all didn't know, who?
Titan?
The Titan. That's the
Yeah.
project. Maybe they're gonna call it the Titan,
Yeah.
the Apple Titan. But that's they're aiming for release 2024. Could be pushed to 2025. But it's funny because me and my buddy were talking about Apple getting in the car game because why not, right? I feel like that's the way they can increase their value and as a whole bring a whole new creative innovation to Apple. Would you feel safer in a Tesla or an Apple?
Right now?
if Apple were to come out with a car in 2025, we're talking futuristic right now. This is my MC 2024 truth or pass.
Okay.
Would you buy a Tesla or be the first one to buy an Apple?
I think I would stick to Tesla because
Being
I
a-
don't want to buy a new charger every time I get a different car.
That's true, man. Apple, you probably have to buy tires separately, buy the seats separately. Like,
You want a back seat or not?
you want a charging port or not? All right. What about you, Neil?
Tesla.
Tesla? Would you get the Cybertruck?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
You pre-ordered it?
You did too?
Oh
Alright.
shit!
I think that shit's ugly.
That's fine.
The Cybertruck.
You know,
is
like
ugly as fuck.
I have like mixed thoughts on it, so I don't know if I really want it yet or not.
Why? What's your mixed thoughts?
Because like sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't.
What do you mean? Sometimes it look good. Like, where does it not look good?
Like I don't know
Like
when
in
I
the
see
dark,
it,
or
no. When I
with your
see
eyes
it, when I see it, when I see the pictures, like sometimes I feel like, yo, this is fire, but sometimes I feel like,
Maybe you might feel different when you see it in person.
yeah, exactly.
I think that's what we're all
but
waiting for.
I wanted matte green though if I do get it.
Ooh, that's
Oh
nice.
God! Now
That's
I'm
a
just
nice
thinking about
color.
all the color combinations that are gonna come out.
Matte green with black.
Green with black. There we
Military
go.
Green,
Yo, I was
baby.
thinking Cybertruck Barats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't let them know that.
Damn.
But that Hummer EV, have you seen that?
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yo.
nice, but I think it's overpriced.
Yeah,
I
price
think it's overpriced.
100%,
right
but it just looks fire.
it
can-
looks fire.
It can
looks fire.
crab walk,
Yes.
which is crazy.
I know, that's the only reason I would get it.
Crab walk, guys.
I'm joking, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You don't know what
But-
crab walking is?
Yeah, like
Yeah. I don't know what kind of crabs you looking at.
I saw the commercial where they go through the rocks and they go like,
Yeah. They
Go
crab walking.
sideways.
Yeah.
And so, Sheer, what do you want, man? Apple car? You a big Apple man? What the fuck? You gonna turn your back on Apple now, or you going Tesla?
I don't know, man. Maybe I would. I'm gonna be a little bit on the opposite side. I'll go Apple. Try something out. Try something new.
So
know?
you be the first to test it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not concerned about safety or anything like that? Like,
No, because I'll sue the fuck out of Apple if I get fucked up or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
So we good.
good luck
Win-win.
with that. Good luck with that.
You never know, bro. If it's their malfunction, they'll settle it, right? I'll be a billionaire. That's it.
With no legs.
Rap City.
All
I'll
right.
buy some new legs.
La-
I got
last-
$1 billion.
Last question. All right. I'm going to try to bring the controversy. Last question. As MCs,
Uh-oh.
rate from first being the best to third being the not so best your MCs that you would pick for M for You.
But we have more than 3.
Exactly.
So, but that doesn't make sense.
But
You-
yo,
He just wants you to pick the top
I want you to
three.
pick your
Okay,
top
top
3
three.
yeah, but yo,
MCs.
in all fairness, I haven't heard everyone MC.
That's true.
Are you trying to back out?
No, I'm just.
That's true.
how
though.
how can I rank like
He
I've
fucked this up, man.
I've never
He
heard you
fucked
MC. I've
this.
never heard him.
You never
MC.
heard me MC?
No,
You know how many events like you see me at?
I've never been to one of your events where you MC'd.
Oh Lord, this guy has too
Or
much.
Why don't you answer it?
Oh, y'all want me to
Why don't you
answer
go
it?
to- or switch
Yeah.
to DJ or something. So
No,
it's
you
not
can
too
you can
biased.
answer it. If you want.
Man, y'all don't know. Well, okay. How about this? How about outside of M for You? Pick your top 3 MCs.
I don't have any.
Damn, you gonna
I'm
do them
sorry.
dirty?
I don't mean to. I don't mean to be rude. I got respect for the MCs out there, but I think M4U MCs are the baddest in the business.
Ooh.
And that's not me being biased. It's
Shots
just,
fired. Shots
It's
fired.
just I think I've been around enough.
Catch
to-
him outside.
No, I do. I agree. I think I've always said this, that one of the strongest pillars of M for You are definitely our MCs, hands down. But in terms of, if I had to name out, I would tell you 3 MCs.
Go ahead.
I definitely think that, one person I've always thought that was disgusting is Marco. Marco G.
Okay.
I think he's
I forgot about that.
he like I think,
Marco G from USA.
yes, Marco G from USA. I think he's really good.
Shots fired.
I think
Wait. What was the word you used before you said Marco G? To describe?
what did I say? I don't know.
Yo, meet, run that back.
Okay, yeah.
Is a killer MC or
Okay,
something
okay,
like
sure,
that?
sure. Okay, so Marco number 1.
Okay.
What's number 2?
Yeah, he's good. No, I'm not putting them in order. I'm just saying. I'm just
Oh.
naming 3 MCs.
Okay, cool.
So Marco G, I think Vig is also good. MC Vig. He's part of
DNS.
DNS.
Okay.
He's good. And then if I had to pick one more, I think I would go with. I like Akshay.
Tonki?
Yes.
Okay.
Underrated.
Yeah.
But very good.
Shout out to Akshay Tonki. That's my dude.
Yeah. I think they're really good MCs. In terms of overall, do I think the industry has great MCs? Like overall, nah, I think we have better DJs than MCs.
So we have better DJs than their MCs, is what you're saying?
No.
Or overall
as
in the
an
whole
industry,
thing?
There's
There's more better DJs than MCs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What about you, Hero? Spotlight's on you, dog.
Are you?
I'll stick to our internal team because no one has explored that yet. I haven't seen a lot of us perform the entire event. I had the honor to kind of go out to Neil's event this past weekend. I'm not gonna put anyone in particular order, but out of the top 3 MCs at M for You right now, I would definitely have to pick Neil.
Oh,
Right.
snap.
Damn.
He's in the top 3. I'll pick you. You're in the top 3. And then I'll pick our MC Ashish, absent today.
Okay.
And that would be our top 3 MCs at M for You.
Damn,
events,
bro.
I would say.
Okay.
What's up? No,
I'm sorry, man. You're in the list with me, bro.
whoa,
I'm fucking with you. What list is that?
I don't know. The list that's
Nah,
gonna
wait,
be better
wait,
than the
I
top
wanna
3.
You're gonna ask the question and I answer it. It's like that. Yeah, that's why you're from New York. You a bitch.
What? Yo, son. Yo.
Damn.
I just gave the whoop ass last episode of Arth. I'm about to give the whoop ass to Neil again. Yo. New York is no bitch, all right? So we always stand our ground with our balls out on the table, all right? So let me put it this way. Top 3 MCs. Me, all right? Number 1, all right?
I respect that.
Okay? I want to tie on the same level Ashish and Neil. Because the way he hypes it up and the way Ashish talks on the mic versus the way he talks it up and hypes it up, it's always an up and down. Depending on the event. I feel like
Right.
I don't think one of you blasts off more than another in this range.
They keep it leveled.
They're about the same level. So I'll keep that as my number 2. Oh, number 3. Number 3, I will pass because I'm not gonna say who else is good. Only in the sense because I feel like every other MC that I've seen is too generic. And the only reason why I'm saying generic is, y'all got no character. You know what I mean? I see you out here. You either talking like you working for the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all. And I'm like, all right, guys, I've heard every of y'all MCs say this shit. And then I have my DMX MCs. Let's go. Y'all gonna give it to you. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing right now, bro? You know what I'm saying? Not to say you do that because you sound way more clear than the other guys. You know what I mean? And I just feel like you got to add your own grace, your own voice, and your own charisma. As an MC. You cannot be predictable. You can't be the same as everybody out there. To me, an MC, one thing that I want to work on going into the future is being more of a showman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A book of tricks, talent, and that's what we need to build up on. Being an all-in-one, man show, one-man show. So that's where I stand at with the MCs out there. You guys are out there getting on the mic. You're doing your thing. I respect that, but I want to see better, and that's where I'm gonna put it at.
Shit, what about you?
I already said it.
He said it, dog.
You said you 3?
I said the question was, which are your top favorite MCs, right?
Yeah. What? You didn't say it?
No.
No, I just said M4U. I said
He passed.
Yeah.
I kind of passed it, but
So now do you have something in mind, or
Well, internally or externally?
it doesn't matter?
I'm gonna do it internally because
Just say it.
Going externally, but no disrespect to any of the other MCs out there.
Oh.
I got respect for y'all. But my number 1 has to be Fluff because dude just gets it popping.
Mm.
He trained me.
Hey.
He made me the MC I am today. And the second MC, I'd go with Ashish. Ashish got I've heard Ashish even before he joined M4U. When I was at a gig that he was doing, we did the dance floor and I heard him and I was like, yo, this kid, he's at that time I was like, yo, he got potential, and then now he's just tearing shit up left and right. And
Yeah.
on a third person, I don't really have a third favorite right now. Damn. But the spot's open. So
You know what it is though.
Yo, he knows I'm coming for that number 1 spot.
Let me.
He knows it. He just challenged me. He
I
just
wanna-
challenged me openly.
I want to say something before we wrap it up. That coming back to you saying about character.
Yeah.
I think that we should definitely use each other as reference, right?
Yeah.
If we need assistance, like look at people's tape, go see them live, and I appreciate that. That's good. But sometimes what happens is we take that and we try to imitate it as if that's us, and what happens is people then, and this is a criticism I've gotten in as M4U, right? A lot of people say that M4U sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me feel some type of way too sometimes because it's like it's like no, we shouldn't sound the same because we're not the same people. It's not like all of our personalities here are completely different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that people are saying that we sound the same? And I think that just comes back to knowing the differentiation of understanding the technical of an MC versus who you are as a person. And combining the two to make that ultimate MC.
Right.
And I think we need to work on that internally.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Originality is where it's at. So if you're not original, pack your bag, sucker. You ain't gonna last long in this business. Huh?
I am packing my bags.
You're not what to
Orlando.
No, I'm
sir.
going to
Orlando.
Orlando.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Pack
yeah,
your
I
bags.
knew
Get
that. I
the
knew that.
out of here. All right, guys. That's a wrap. Master of Controversies, thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to Ummi Photo and Video for always taking care of the business, always getting us out here, man.
Big meat.
Definitely follow his Instagram. Check out all his work. And, shout out to the fellas here for showing up today. And for those who didn't,
They're going to get a door.
Stop playing.
Fluff you.
fluff y'all. All right. Peace.
Peace.